Yeah, that should not be your real. Goodness gracious. What is going on, San Antonio? What is going on? Welcome to the Alamo City Sportscast. My name is Brandon Big Poppy Medina. Listen, our boy Mike Jimenez is celebrating El Birthday, Mr. Birthday Boy, brother. Happy birthday. He's with the family, so we are going to take the stick, crash the plane today. It's going to be a wild show. It's the middle of the week, brother. My boy Joe Garcia just munched down a Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit.
Yeah, man. Thank you, man.
I pulled up Chick-fil-A, sponsored, not sponsored, but we're welcoming any sponsorships coming our way. I am brutally hungover from a very fun night out at Bentley's Beer Garden. Also not a sponsor, but we're definitely willing to have you, Bentley's.
The famous last words. I'm only gonna go in for two.
Famous last words, brother. Dog, I tell you what, we went to the game and I said, hey, I told I have season tickets with my dad. I said, yo, pull up to Bentley's real quick, drop me off, and we'll meet the boys there. My dad goes, all right, sounds good. Be safe, man. I go, Dad, you don't want to stop for one beer, bro? And he was like, nah, dude. He's like, I got work tomorrow. That motherfucker was there till like midnight drinking with us. Still pulled up. Like it was good, man. It was good. Also, bro, listen, it's a Wednesday morning. Good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Our boy Sit the Elias, dog. What are we doing, bro? What are we doing, dog? Listen, you're my boy. All right. How you coming for Chick-fil-A and Cane's early? It's 10:19 in the morning.
Our cheeks.
You just want to disrespect. Listen, I'm not saying that Chick-fil-A and Cane's is the best thing on God's green earth, but they are serving God's green earth. And you know what I'm saying? You look at Chick-fil-A, dog, this right here, this cup right here, blessed holy water, in my opinion. And then the Chick-fil-A biscuit
was good.
Tell me it wasn't, it's perfect.
It was good, bro. You know what? The Cane's is booty crumbs. I'm not going to lie. But
you don't like Cane's for real?
It's all right. Bro.
Nah, bro. Cane's is smart.
It's a sauce.
That's a smart business plan. He said, you got one choice. The only answer you have to answer in the drive-thru, how many do you want?
Yeah, and it's just the sauce that makes everything taste good. But I'll tell you what, man.
Toast, dog.
That Texas toast is where it's at, dude. I'm pulling up to Cane's. I'm like, I don't care about no chicken strips. Get me that toast.
Really?
The toast.
Dude, that toast is
the toast is good.
Dog, that toast make me act up on a certain night, boy. Let me tell you. It's gonna be a fun show, man. We have our boy Rudy Campos coming on here in a bit. We got Jeff Garcia jumping on later on to talk about Spurs. Rough loss again yesterday.
Oh, come on. It's not rough.
Tough
This team
loss.
Is garbage. Booty crumbs, bro.
Listen. Was it booty crumbs or was it Zach Collins can't make a shot to save his life? Was it looking at this team can't grab a rebound? Vassell went missing.
The team's just horrible, bro.
I don't know if they're horrible, Joe.
Look at their record, man. You're going to tell me, oh, this is a good team, bro. Come on.
Also, our boy John Williams jumping in. He said, how about Golden Chick? And then, of course, here comes Sit the Elias talking about, it's fire, best tenders in the game. Relax.
Bro,
relax.
Come on, man.
Mario Cavazos, was it their pleasure or your pleasure? Pleasure's all mine. Pleasure's all mine. When it comes to them Chick-fil-A breakfast biscuits, pleasure is all mine, papas. Love it, love it, love it. I will say this. Zach Collins thinks he's Akeem the White Dream. He's a nightmare, brother. He's trash. But looking at this squad, man, Devin Vassell went missing for a long, long time. Couldn't buy a bucket. The defense of Houston was really guarding a lot of the star players well. Wemby was quiet on offense. Started to get going late, but this team, I'll tell you what, Trey Jones, though, bro. Trey Jones out here balling out for the Spurs. Had a good game. It was a unique opportunity for him where you don't see him constantly being the number one guy. But it was for sure a Trey Jones game, and everybody was just playing around him. There was a few. I'll tell you what, dude. Jalen Green for the Houston Rockets, dog. He almost jammed it on Wemby and Sohan. Sohan had a great game as well. I love to do a temperature check, man. Spurs fans, are y'all feeling okay? Like with the way things are going, with the lineup movements, with Champagny, with what we have, what is needed? Because Joe, I think we're getting to the conversations that we only have a few more games left into the season because the Spurs are definitely not making the playoffs, right? So with that, as you're inching towards the end, what are you looking for in this rebuild, Joe? Are you looking for some more veteran presence? Obviously, the Trae Young conversation is there, whatever the case, but you got to look for some veteran presence, at least coming off the bench, because our bench is our weak spot, brother. When that bench comes in, Malachi Branham's been great. Our boy Mamu's awesome, but there's no real umph, right? There's no energy coming off the bench. Where Trey Jones could be that guy if Trey Young comes in. But as of now with this team, what do you think is needed, brother?
Man, you need a lot of stuff, dude. One of those things.
Said, where do we start?
Need a lot, dude. But one of the things you definitely need, you need a legitimate point guard. And you can see the disparity when it comes to like other point guards that are legit point guards that are in the upper echelon.
Sure.
Compared to Trey Jones. There's a big difference there, man. And the Spurs need that point guard. They need somebody that can go out there, score, take over games at times, and be able to facilitate the ball. Mm-hmm. Trey Jones is a good, solid point guard, but he's a backup point guard. He's not your starter. You also need somebody that can come out and give the team some much needed veteran presence out there on the court. Spurs went ahead and got rid of all their vets, basically.
Yep.
You need to bring some leadership back into the locker room. You need to go ahead and bring some of that experience back in. That way the team can know what it's like to win more than just 12 games, 13 games for the season. You need to go ahead and bring some type of winning culture back to this team, because I get that they're trying to go ahead and rebuild and whatnot, but you're bringing back the same crew. You're going to get the same results. Something's got to change in the offseason, and this is a critical juncture. Because if the Spurs make no moves this offseason, and you bring back the same crew, expect the same results.
Expect the same results, man. And looking at it, I love Chetty Osman's been a fun guy to watch. I love our boy Tim Gonzalez jumps in on the stream and says, "Need shooting, go get Clay." Listen, Klay Thompson would be great. The thing is, what's the price tag along with it, right? Because Clay right now is in that Ginobili era of his career where he's coming off the bench here and there. He's not the Clay that you once saw. He still has that shooting. The thing is, here's the one thing about Clay. Our boy Sit the Light said, Ken Collins a Chinese Rosetta Stone. Hell yeah. If you want to throw it up on the screen real quick, I'm actually looking at where our boy Zach Collins is going to be playing. If you could throw on the thing. So this is the Shanghai Sharks upcoming schedule right here in Shanghai. I think Zach Collins would fit well, brother. You know what I mean? You got Shanghai against the the Sharks against the Dragons tomorrow, dog. Ship his ass out. He'll be ready to suit up tomorrow's game. But jokes aside, man, this team definitely needs a pick me up. And looking at it, Klay Thompson might be nice, brother. My thing is this. My thing is if you're looking at Klay Thompson or a similar player, they're spot up shooters, right? They're not somebody that can go create their own shot. They're spot up shooters that need the ball, hand it to them, right? Pass to them out on the wing, whatever the case. They nail a 3-pointer. That's literally Klay Thompson's game, brother.
Look at Midtown Texas, what he says.
What he said. Somebody says Zach, we want our money. Facts, brother. Facts.
You know what Zach Collins is?
What's up?
Those fake Jordans, dude. They got you, man.
Brother. He's like, he got him on some Chinese website.
Yeah, man. They look good in the picture.
Hey, he's gonna be able to get plenty when he's playing in China. Don't worry about it. He's gonna be able to get plenty of those.
Those are those fake Jordans you buy online somewhere.
I'm telling you, dude. It's nervous to watch this team play and be like, who's gonna be here? So I think you look at it right now. Here's how the team kind of stacks up, right? Here's how they stack up. You got Keldon. Is Keldon a movable piece to you, Joe? Can Keldon be moved?
Easily, man.
Easily. I agree. Here we go. You got Wemby. Obviously, no way, right? Devontae Graham, movable piece.
Definitely, dude. He's just been
Zach Collins.
Oh, man.
Number one.
See, the thing is, he's a movable piece, right? But who's going to want to take that contract?
Dog, I'll trade Zach Collins for some fucking Gilberts and Chilalas here.
But who's going to want to take his contract? Spurs messed up,
dog.
Bro.
I'll tell you what. This year, 7.7. Next year, 16.7 mil.
Who's going to want that?
The following year, 18 mil. 42 million guaranteed.
Spurs going to have to take a bath on this one, dude, and just be like, you know what? Just pay him and let him walk.
Gross.
Yep.
Gross. He's making more than Victor Wembanyama. He's making just a little bit less than Keldon Johnson. I mean, he is the third highest grossing player on this team. Behind Keldon and behind Devin Vassell, he has the most money in his bank account right now as far as looking to next season.
Yeah,
right?
No doubt.
This season, you get it for 7.7. I mean, it's crazy. So I actually like our boy what Garrett's saying, man. Garrett said, combine Zach and Keldon for a trade. I'm sure you could get something for that, for sure. Zach Collins invented and then the hair flick and roll. Listen, I like Kyle Kuzma. Our boy John Williams up there said probably Kuzma. Kuzma would be something that'd be interesting because you need a power forward player, a forward player that can go grab some rebounds and put up some shots. I think it's interesting, man, because this team is not at all going to be this bad forever, right? I mean, you got to get better eventually. You got picks to play with. You got plenty of opportunity, and so I think that's where you go there. But I'm excited, man. We'll see. I think.
Damn, I forgot to bring Rudy up.
Oh, dog,
We're
dog.
talking, bro.
Rudy's like, hey, dog, don't need me here.
I know, man.
Damn.
I'm like, bro, hold on, Rudy.
Well, here comes our boy Rudy Campos joining us here in a bit. Malachi Branham, brother, is another guy I really want to keep. But I mean, it depends. But like for the right price, anybody's available. I think Jeremy Sohan, Victor Wembanyama, and I would even say Trey Jones and Devin Vassell. Those are the four that I think you should build around. Spurs fans, chime in. Do you think that that's the correct four? Am I wrong? I'm saying Trey Jones, Jeremy Sohan, Devin Vassell, Victor Wembanyama. I feel like that's the correct answer. I don't know what the correct answer is. I don't get paid enough. I just pull up and get drunk at Bentley's Beer Garden and talk a lot of trash as a Spurs fan, and I get to talk with you guys. But I feel like that's enough. We have our boy Elias saying Jones is too inconsistent. I get it. My thing is, if you go get Trey Jones might be the best backup you could ask for in the league. I mean, the energy is crazy. The energy is absolutely insane. Wemby and Flag would be incredible, Tim. Our boy Cooper Flag's gonna be for real as a rookie when he gets to the NBA. One of the most talented prospects we've ever seen. Our boy John Williams said, I like Blake Wesley. Blake Wesley, again, all the energy just sometimes cannot make smart decisions in general, just bad choices. We'll see, because I think Blake Wesley actually has a lot of trade value, more because of the potential, because you don't know what he is, right? Trey Jones is 24. He is the player that he's going to be. Blake Wesley's 20, a lot more opportunity. And he has two team options coming up in 24, 25, and 25, 26. Right now, he's only making 2.5. You can move from Blake Wesley, no problem, brother. So I like that one. But anyways, dude, looking at it, our boy Rudy's going to be joining us here in a bit, it sounds like, huh?
Yeah, I just texted him right now.
Say, hey, bro, sorry. I was munching on that Chick-fil-A, and I blacked out. That Chick-fil-A will black you out, dog. That Chick-fil-A will put you in a different zone.
I'm like, sorry, Rudy, man. But no, he's on a call, man, right now. So he's in
our boy Rudy will be joining us. Hey, here's one thing I want to talk about with you guys real quick. So we're talking about basketball. Have you seen this Aaron Rodgers news and Steph Curry's following a similar train?
What's going on?
There is a lot of athletes, top athletes, who think that they'd be good at politics.
No, man, no.
Have you seen this? Yo, Steph Curry, right? Steph Curry said that he wants to get into politics probably, right? So open to a political career after basketball, okay? He did say, when they asked him, I guess, on CBS Morning on Tuesday, he said that he'd have an interest in leveraging every part of my influence for good in the way that I can. So if that's the way to do it, then I'm not going to say the presidency, but politics is a way to create meaningful change. Or if there's another way outside of politics. So Steph's trying to get into politics. And then you got Aaron Rodgers. I mean, the CTE is kicking in, dog. The CTE is kicking in hard. Our boy Aaron Rodgers wants to, I don't know if it's our boy, but
that's not my boy.
Mr. Ayahuasca himself. Listen, looking at this, check this out, dog. Check out this out, dude. So Kennedy, right? Mr. Kennedy, one of the Kennedys, is trying to run for president, right? And he's looking at Aaron Rodgers and Jesse Ventura as top running mates, right?
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, talk to me. Does Aaron Rodgers as the vice president of the United States, sir? How does that sound to you?
No. I'm good.
I'll take the 0. Aaron Rodgers is looking to get into politics, as well as Steph Curry. Are these guys just in over their heads a little bit, brother? Is this just like, hey, I don't want to, it sounds rude, right? You don't want to be like, stick to your sport. No, but I'm saying there's other ways to affect change besides trying to be the president of the United States.
No, man, it's a bad move, man, because they think it's easy, right? Oh, I can do this, I can do that, until they get into the arena,
Yeah,
and then you're gonna find out how ugly it gets,
I'm telling
and
you.
you got to have deep pockets, man, because it's like a marathon. You got to have that money to sustain you through the whole campaign, and the ones that don't have enough, they bow out, dude. It
Listen,
costs a lot of money, dude.
I'll tell you what, brother. The Aaron Rodgers one specifically, because Steph is saying, "Hey, I can get into however I can affect some change after basketball." Cool. Aaron Rodgers is literally like, "I might retire to go run."
Oh God.
You know what I'm saying? I love the switch and the flip we have in our comments too. Our boy Elias said, "Try that. A small town's gonna take over the nation." Right. And then we got Midtown Texas coming off the top rope, going Aaron Rodgers over Kamala
Oh God.
off the
man.
top rope. You know what I mean? And then hey, listen, Aaron Rodgers, Jesse Ventura, another wrestler right there. So we might see what happens. But I think the political landscape probably should stay with the political people who've been into politics for a long time. Maybe not the people that have been getting sacked behind a trash offensive line all their lives. But I will say one thing, brother. Here's one guy I think should run for politics. Can you share the screen real quick? Let's talk about this guy real quick. Your favorite boy. This is your boy. How about Skip Bayless, brother? Skip Bayless.
Hell no, man.
One of the craziest tweets in history. So the Cowboys, no moves. Let me zoom in even more on this talk. The Cowboys, no moves. Skip Bayless put all in my ass.
No,
right?
all in comma.
Comma, my ass. Talk to me about this comma right here could win the presidency. This comma.
That comma's the MVP.
Talk.
Bro.
This comma is battling for its life, brother. This comma is battling for this life, dude. Look at Skip.
You know what? How many times do you think he hit that edit button?
Bro, my thing is you definitely missed at least one edit. You definitely should have put
he probably sent it out and he was like, oh,
dog, Skip Bayless is wilding, bro. So this was tweeted out. I mean, you read this and you go, what? So he's getting roasted. My favorite one, though, was RG3, Robert Griffin III. He said, induct that comma into the Hall of Fame. Bro. Oh, my God.
Oh, man. Look at Sith. He says, I thought our Skip tweeted that
Hey,
out. Freaking Mike, dude.
Hey, would you be surprised?
Would
you be surprised?
bro.
You can't be. The thing is, he wouldn't have put the comma.
No, he wouldn't have.
He wouldn't have put the, and then he would have been like, oh, I need a comma.
No, he would have done that shit on purpose, bro, just to get cooked.
Yo, Skip Bayless, tell me right now, brother, if you had a choice, right? It's election day, you're going to vote. Steph Curry, Skip Bayless, Aaron Rodgers, brother. Who are you voting for?
None.
Just call it a day.
Call it a day.
Call it a day. Move somewhere else.
I guess I ain't voting that day.
Oh my God. His own comma tweet. Dog, this is definitely a Mike Jimenez tweet right here. Top tier tweet. Where does this rank in the Skip Bayless multiverse of bad ideas and bad tweets, brother? Because goodness gracious, the homeboy, from throwing jerseys in the trash to just wild takes on his shows. This might be up there right here, brother. This comma right here is a work of art. Hang this in the Louvre, hang this in the museums. This comma is saving everybody a lot of time and energy. But
put that on a t-shirt.
Put it on a t-shirt. Put it on a t-shirt.
I'll make Jimenez wear that to the next game.
All in on the front with the comma, and then on the back,
my ass.
Dog, it's
damn.
It's funny because it's Skip, but brother, you don't think, does he have a team around him, Joe, that says, hey, dude, you know what? We should stop getting into the news and social media for the wrong reasons. We should probably focus on sports and not tweeting out dumb shit like this. Let's sound off in the comments, man. Anybody here a Skip fan? I mean, you listen to Jimenez, you listen to the San Antonio Great Value.
Oh, they already tell. I'm just always talking about Jimenez, and they put, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
and then look at this. Mike Jimenez is gonna come up
with his own
comma tweet.
Yes, dude, that's so funny.
Dude, did you see when them roasting his ass with the AI?
With Mike?
Yeah.
What happened,
man? They put some AI up there, man. With Trump talking, dude, it was.
Oh
funny,
my
man.
God! I'll tell you what, brother. I'll tell you what. Mike, there's not a day that goes by that Mike doesn't get roasted. There's not a day that goes by, brother.
I call him barbecue chicken, dude. Like the little rotisserie chickens at HEB. He roasted all day, bro.
The rotisserie chickens at HEB.
That's Mike, bro. That's Mike.
I'm telling you. Good old Mike Jimenez, brother. Nothing but love. We are here on the Alamo City Sportscast, man. It is Mike Jimenez's birthday, so we're filling in for him.
Happy
having a good
birthday,
time.
Mike.
Happy birthday, brother. If you're hearing, great. I think he's with the kiddos out at SeaWorld. Who knows what he's trying to do to those dolphins, but we're out here. We're out here.
Damn, dude.
Hanging out, waiting for him to come back. But dog,
he get kicked out of SeaWorld.
dog, you might get kicked out of SeaWorld, bro. Who knows? I mean, with the way the trajectory that this man is on, brother, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. He might jump in the water, dog. He might jump in there, try to go fuck around and swim with Shamu, brother.
Oh man. That's something I would want to see.
Him and Shamu,
bro.
Could you imagine
trying to get on
going
top
up in the
exactly, bro. He'd fall out and just hit the stadium benches.
Yeah. Did you go to SeaWorld a lot with your kids, man?
Yeah, when they were younger, man. That's when they actually allowed the trainers to get in the water. Now, bro.
SeaWorld's kind of
let the dolphins go, bro. They ain't doing nothing.
I'm not a big SeaWorld fan, brother, but
Shamu, let him go, bro.
Let him go, bro.
What's he doing? He's just there. Let him go.
Pobrecito, just chilling.
I know, man. It's like let him go. Set him free.
Set him free. That movie Blackfish really blew up a lot of their steam there, man. But I think I don't know, man. I feel like it's crazy. When you leave San Antonio and you tell people from San Antonio, people are like, "Oh my god, I love SeaWorld. I love Six Flags." And then you live here and it's just kind of like there. Like, no, I feel like none of us really appreciate what they bring to the table. But our boy Mike is there celebrating, man. He'll probably be in the parade with Sesame Street.
Yeah, look at the Drew show, man. He puts all you Cowboys fans can talk your shiz about the offseason. Y'all gonna be putting your money in Jerry's hands.
Damn.
Hail to the no, dude. I'm gonna be putting my money in some Texans merchandise. Dude.
No way.
Yeah, bro.
I'll tell you what. You know what your quarterback isn't doing? Is this right here. Patrick Mahomes restructuring his contract, right? And he is freeing up $21.6 million in cap space, Joe. $21.6 million. Also, our boy Tim Gonzalez, before we go on, he said he's probably telling a dolphin a tall story.
It probably is.
I'll tell you. But look at this, man. Mahomes, $21.6 million. What does this say about the kind of teammate Mahomes is, brother, compared to, let's say, a Dak Prescott? Do you think Dak Prescott would ever restructure his contract?
No, not a chance.
For the team.
Not a chance.
So here live, I want to make sure we get this live, right? Before we went on air, you said something about the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah. Now, and I don't know how serious you are.
I'm dead serious.
You're not. They're not dead serious. You're lying.
No, I'm not. I'm dead serious.
So when the Fantasy Gods comes back in the summer, right, and you and I are doing this full time again, and I jump in. I'm giving you all the fantasy news. You're gonna pull up with a Texans hat.
I am, bro. I'm done with the Cowboys, bro. They're my Sancha team now. I even told my girl Carolina yesterday. I texted her, and we're talking back and forth, and I told her, I'm done with the Cowboys. They're my Sancha team now. I'm a Texans fan.
No way.
She's like, yes. I'm like, I'm being honest, man. I'm tired of this crap. If they extend Dak too, yeah, forget it, dude. I'm done. Done.
So if Dak comes back, you're out.
I'm out, dude. Out.
No problem.
No problem. Out. It's going to be, what, another 10, 20 years of losing? Nah, dude, I'm good, bro.
I don't know about 10 or 20 years,
bro.
With Dak.
Come on, man. No, I'm saying to the Cowboys in general, they just dug themselves in a hole. I don't think they're going to be able to get back to winning for a long time. Might not even be in my lifetime.
That's a long time, brother.
It's a long time.
Well, last one's what, 97? 95.
Let me get the VHS tape.
95. You know what's wild, brother? And I hate to bring it up because y'all always clown on me. In my lifetime, I've never seen a Cowboys Super Bowl. That's crazy.
You never seen them win a freaking playoff game.
They've won one, right?
Maybe one.
I was like,
wait, yeah, one.
Yeah,
but you saw the Tony Romo fiasco.
Dog, I remember
crying on
Tavon Austin was, not Tavon. Miles Austin was with Kim Kardashian for a second. Remember that shit? I was there for that. Yeah, bro. That was when. So as a child, right? As a child, it was the decision had to come for me to be a Vikings fan. It's a tough fandom to be with.
I'll sign the form just like Mike signed the.
You're gonna sign the Texans form?
I'm gonna sign the Texans form.
We're gonna look up a Houston Texans
I'll sign it, bro.
Form.
I'm gonna tell my pops.
I want you to print it and sign it on the show.
I will. I'll tell my pops. We're Texans fans this year. Hell with them damn Cowboys.
I love how you said, I'm gonna tell my pops. He's like, hey,
because he was telling me we're talking. Remember, I told you.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, what team should we root for this year? And I was looking at teams and this and that, but I'm like, you know what? Keep it in Texas. Root for the Texans, bro.
What is it called? Like an NFL bandwagon form, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not even bandwagon, just changing teams from Cowboys to Texans.
Just trade for cash considerations.
Yeah.
I like that.
Straight up.
Let's see. Here we go. Oh, look at that. They have a Dallas Cowboy official. There's a lot of Dallas Cowboy bandwagon forms out here, brother. I don't know who's signing them.
Dallas Cowboy with Dak. No, but
Dog. It's a lot of those. Here we go. Reasons for transfers right here. My team sucks. New players moving. Other. I like that. I like this a lot. It's a good form for you right here. It's a good form for you, brother. That might be the form you sign. What do we got here? What did Drew Self say? I missed it. He said the only thing the true Cowboys fans should want, and that's a trade Michael. Oh, whoa.
Ron Bland.
Tank for 3 years.
Damn.
Win for the next 10. Wow.
Nah, that's the thing, though. As long as Jerry's alive, this team is never going to freaking win. He's the curse. He's the curse.
That's it.
It's Jerry, bro.
Here we go, brother. Here we go right here. Pull it up right here. I got you.
You got it?
Pull it up right here. Here we go. You're seeing it live, people. You're seeing it live right now as we speak.
Transfer.
Our boy has a transfer form. Here we go.
Oh,
right
God.
now. You're telling me. Here we go. Name. We got right here your name, your age, date of birth, right? Gender. If you want to be genderless, that's fine, Joe. You know what I mean? Gender fluidity.
Man,
you know,
that's my
you could skip this question if you'd like. Reason for transfer. What's your reason right here? Is it other? Is it my team sucks?
My team sucks.
That's the last team you were a fan of, the Dallas Cowboys. Are you a first-time bandwagoner, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Here we go. First-time bandwagoner, Team Dallas Cowboys, year 2024. Reason for leaving. Dak Prescott, no vale.
No vale verga.
How long do you plan on staying? That's a great question. How long do you plan on staying? Is it one season? The duration of a player's contract just until
CJ Stroud's contract
just until Dak moves on?
Until the Cowboys start winning again in what, 30 years?
Yeah. And then who's your backup team in case of emergency?
Oh, that's the Bills Mafia, bro.
Bills Mafia? All right. Is your commitment dependent on a championship? Like if the Houston Texans don't win a championship?
Dude. I'm just in it for the ride, dude.
Shit, there you go, dog. Signature and date.
That's it.
Hey,
almost
done. Business is done. Good.
You know what? I'm gonna be rooting for the Bills Mafia too, man. I like their style, bro.
Dude, you can't. You gotta.
No, I like that team too. I'm gonna be rooting for them. I hope they win, dude.
Why do you like them? You clown on Josh Allen every second.
I do, man. But I like.
So
I like the tailgating. I like the team. I like the fans, bro. There's some freaking diehard fans. You gotta love that, dude.
Dude, they breaking tables like the fucking Dudley
jumping
boys
off of freaking snow mounds on setting tables on fire. I'm like, bro, I can fucks with that, man.
Dude, I like that. Yeah. Just drinking beer and putting people through tables.
Exactly,
yeah,
bro.
Brother, I'm with that.
I was like, I'm down with that. The Cowboy fans over here, and they have tailgates, man, they fighting with each other and shit. You know, I'm like, come on.
Solos. The Cowboy fans have more CTE than the players, dog.
For real.
There you go, brother. Bandwagon form has been signed by our boy Joe.
I'm gonna print that out. I'm gonna sign it.
Dog, you gotta get it signed. You gotta get it notarized.
Mike will be like, join the
Saints.
I'm like, no, but wait.
At least Mike has like a fair reason when the Saints came to play in San Antonio. The thing is, by that time, Mike was already fucking like 20. Like Mike was already like in his 20s. Like you were already probably a fan of something else, I'm assuming.
Jerry Jones himself said, come and join the boys here. And Mike's like, no, I'm good.
And Jerry Jones himself called Mike up and said,
Tall tale.
Tall tale. Yeah, for sure. He was like, hey, I had a dinner at Perry's.
He did. He said, I had a steak dinner. Jerry Jones was there. I was part of the media. And he went up to me personally and said, man, I'd like to welcome you into the Cowboys fandom. And Mike's like, no, I'm good.
What a tall tale. That's not a tall
He never
tale.
told you that story?
Hell
I'm like,
no,
but Mike.
Hell, you know why he never told my story? Because he knows damn well I'm not going to believe that story.
He said Jerry Jones took him out to eat for steaks. I'm like, no, mom. It's Jerry don't pay for nothing, bro. Come on.
Jerry can't even pay $3 million for a fucking running back. Our boy Matthew Lerma. Good morning, brother. He said, what's up, guys? Good morning, man.
Look, Charlie Hernandez.
He said, Joe, what's the which teams I go through? Listen, dude,
No,
I'm doing the due diligence, Charlie. I'm doing the due diligence. All right. You can't just jump teams without giving reasons.
They suck, bro. Cowboys suck, period, bro. I'm done.
So when Dak moves on from the Cowboys, do you jump back to the Cowboys?
Nah, they're going to be sucking for a while. So
you're done.
I'm done, dude. When they start winning,
dude, there's no way
then I'll come back. Yeah.
You know what happened, actually?
I know where there's a lot of Texans gear in town here. Cheap, dirt cheap. gonna go get me my
At the
jacket.
Pura, at
No,
the
brand new, bro.
Traders Village?
No, I got my sources, bro. I'm gonna give me my hat, get me my scarf, go get
A
me my
scarf?
jacket.
I love my
Everything,
scarf
bro.
for what weather?
Everything, dude.
Scarf
Just to
for
wear it,
what?
just to be
Tell me.
stupid, dude. Just to be dumb.
Just-
Just to be a necio.
I like that. I like
You
that.
know, go to the bar, start waving it around and shit. Just to start shit.
You know what actually is a badass bar for? So I went to go watch the Texans playoff game against the Ravens. The what's the little wing spot? Is it Native Wings?
Oh, Native Grill and Wings.
Dog by Ingram Park Mall.
Yeah.
Dog, it's a Texans bar for real.
Like I know the owner.
It was
there too, man.
crazy, bro. That place got wild during that Texans game. So I mean, I see it. My thing is, I'm happy for the Texans fans who have to go through. I mean, absolute trash. They said Joe's following Mike's footsteps, jumping into a new team every 4 years.
Not even, bro. I've been a lifelong Cowboys fan. I'm
done.
I'm tired.
My stepdad, brother. My stepdad did this about 7 years ago, and he jumped to the Giants. And then since then, they've been just laughing.
Terrible,
stock.
dude.
And I'm like, damn. We're like, you couldn't pick another team. Oh, bro, Saquon Barkley got let go and signed with the Eagles. What, 2 days ago? I haven't heard from my stepdad since, bro. Like I haven't heard a word. I hope he's okay. Like I haven't heard from him. I gotta do a welfare
Give
check.
him a transfer form.
I gotta do a welfare checkup. I'm gonna give him a transfer form. Hey, listen,
Minnesota.
come on over, Minnesota.
Man.
Come on over here. Tell you what, dude, Minnesota. Speaking of the Vikings, dog, there's rumors from, or not rumors, and what's it called? Our boy Shefty. He said that Justin Jefferson turned down a $30 million a year contract from the Vikings, brother. That is crazy money.
Here, let me see if I can get Rudy on the phone.
Dude, get him on, brother. Get him on. Get him on the phone, brother, because we need to get Rudy on here to talk about some of this stuff, because it's getting buck wild here. Buck wild. But I think Justin Jefferson, there's rumors out there that he might be going to Cincinnati, possibly. I would die. I would be hurt. But Justin Jefferson.
Man. We got our boy on.
Oh, he's on? Our boy Rudy?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm here. After, this whole work thing is kicking my ass. I'm on here now.
What up, player? How we doing, brother?
Like all sorts of stuff going on here. I got like this
Holla.
Mike and Fernandez on.
What are you on? Are you on your Twitter, or what's going on?
Nah, dude. I am on my Twitter, but I'm sharing the screen.
Hey, Rudy. So talk to me, brother. Listen, you and I, fantasy football geniuses over here, right? Out here running through like 1,000 leagues every year. How ridiculous is fantasy football going to be next year?
Fantasy football is going to be probably, let's just say it's going to be a dream come true for new players and veterans alike. You're seeing movement on the offensive side by a ton of players. Eckler going to the Commanders under Cliff Kingsbury. That's going to be very interesting. Saquon to the Eagles. That's going to be another interesting one there. Is he going to get enough touches to even be worth a first or second round pick? Because of A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts, and now even Devontae Parker. He's going to be a really good third option for that team. There's just a lot. Russ in Pittsburgh, someone's going to bite on that pill. I mean, Joe Mixon in Houston makes a lot of sense. You're going to see the running game in Houston again. I mean, man, this is going to be a very, very good fantasy football season.
And when you're looking at, like, you and I have a keeper league, right? Leagues like that, a keeper league, a dynasty league, stuff like that. Is this possibly the best year to ever start one of those? Like, if you've been trying to get your feet wet, trying to maybe look at things, see how it's run, see how people are doing it, I think this is the best year to take a chance and grab a few buddies and start a dynasty league where, like, everything has changed as far as the landscape for the offensive side of the ball when it comes to the NFL and this free agency.
It's a good time to start it because of the players changing, locations. And I think it would be really cool. If you're not in a dynasty league, this would be awesome to start. You're getting a fresh look for new players. Like I said, you've got, even Josh Jacobs going to the Packers is going to be huge for them. So getting involved in a dynasty league and starting one would be perfect. But it's also good for veteran guys like you and I, because we're in the aspects of, like, who do we keep? And if we have, a Saquon and maybe a Joe Mixon, you have to get rid of one of them. Who do you get rid of? It's going to be a real head scratcher for both veterans and rookies alike. But nonetheless, man, it's going to make fantasy football super, super interesting. Do we see the demise of, like Saquon Barkley as being a first rounder? Do you see Derrick Henry going back up to the first round, in the first couple of picks? It's going to be a real head scratcher this season.
No, yeah, it's going to be wild. Is there anybody that you're not falling for? Is there any pickups that you're like, I'm not falling for this? Like, you're not going to give me, this isn't as good as it's being billed. This isn't as real as it might feel. Like, this still is the same player, or it's a worse situation. Is there any player that you're looking at that you're going, I'm definitely not taking a shot on this guy next season?
Well, one guy that I do have circled is Russell Wilson. I mean, yes, the move to Pittsburgh is it's a good move for the Steelers. They did trade away Deontay Johnson. He's not there anymore. He's in Carolina. You still have Pickens there, but the running game has been suspect. There's really no other weapons in Pittsburgh right now. So you're going to kind of get the same rest you've been seeing in Denver, even though he had a pretty good season last year. You're going to see the same type of rust there. The other guy that I'm kind of low on, and it's going to probably scratch a lot of people's heads, it's Saquon Barkley. I don't know if the production's going to be there. Yes, I don't know if the production's going to really be there as far as rushing goes. Now, in the screen passing game, I think it's going to be an uptick. But again, when you've got weapons like A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, you're going to see Jalen Hurts probably still go to them first. Barkley's going to get his 2 to 3 yards per carry, but it's going to be fascinating to see what they do in the red zone, because you have a mobile quarterback. Is Jalen going to keep it more? Is he, then you got to remember the tush push. I mean, they're going to use that a lot too. So what kind of production do you get out of Saquon? Honestly, Brandon, if I'm drafting Saquon or looking at him, right now, I've got him at the bottom of the first, second round in the fantasy leagues for me.
Wow. Okay. You got Mario Cavazos jumped in on our stream and said, I'd rather draft Kyron Williams, Jahmyr Gibbs, or Devon Achane instead of all those recent old rundown veterans recently signing a new team. Do you agree with that statement right there, brother? Is it a Kyron, Jahmyr, and Devon kind of move instead of maybe chasing the known names and known commodities that we've played with for years?
Yeah, I mean, you're going to see Jamar going really high in some of these drafts, probably within the top 6 picks for Jahmyr Gibbs, dual running back. Another guy to keep in consideration with the signing of Kirk Cousins is Bijan Robinson. Again, another dual type of running back, very, very quick. So I see a lot of these guys basically getting drafted before a lot of the old guys. If you want to talk about one old guy that you want to look at, it's definitely Derrick Henry. Lamar's going to be a lot bigger presence in the pocket this year, but I can definitely see Derrick Henry having a huge bounce back year with the Baltimore Ravens. That's kind of one of the old heads that I'm circling right now.
It's going to be
very
scary. I will say this, one that I'm not biting on, and I think it's going to be a surprise to a lot of people. And we're going to jump into it this summer when we start talking about kind of our favorite picks and some people that we're not looking to take at all. I don't know that I like Eckler to the Commanders, brother. This is making me nervous because I think Brian Robinson might still be the best running back on that squad.
100%. Brian Robinson is my first RB1 in Washington right now. Eckler signing is really good, and I like the Cliff Kingsbury signing as the OC as there. Well, but you got to look at the one position. It's quarterback. I mean, if Sam Howell's going to be the guy you go with, I'm not so sure I trust Austin Eckler. But if they go out and get a Jaden Daniels in the draft, which he fits more of what Cliff Kingsbury wants to do, then you might have something to play with Eckler. But again, it's all about the offensive line. The offensive line in Washington, probably no better than what he had, with the Chargers. So you saw him struggle with the Chargers. He had a better QB. He had better receiving core, and he really didn't produce, a whole lot. You saw great glimpses of Eckler, but I agree with you on that. I think Brian Robinson is still the best running back in Washington until we actually see what they're going to do on the offensive side.
Absolutely, man. Hey, Rudy, we appreciate you jumping in, man. Hey, plug everything you got, man. Talk to us about Sweep the League. What you guys got coming up soon?
Yeah, so with Sweep the League, we've been on a little hiatus. It's more of a work thing for me. I took a little promotion, so I'm kind of working with times here, but we should be on, not today, later on this week. I already talked to Derek and Gio, so we're going to jump back on, talk everything NFL free agency, who are the winners, who are the losers. And I'm sad to say, Brandon, but the Vikings are really not on the winning category now.
I know.
Same thing with the Cowboys.
I'll tell you what, your Falcons got our boy Kirko Primo.
Yeah, we ended up signing him, but it kind of was a big kick in the nuts because we could have had Lamar for 4 years, 200 million, but we ended up spending 180 on Kirk, so it's still a kick in the nuts.
Wow, man. Well, hey, Rudy, we appreciate you, brother. You have a wonderful rest of the week, man. We look forward to tuning in to Sweep the League.
Yeah, thanks,
All right,
Rudy.
brother. You have a good show.
Later, man.
Bye. Locked on Spurs is your daily Spurs podcast, hosted by Jeff Garcia, the lead Spurs writer for Ken's 5 San Antonio. Jeff has a healthy plethora of guests all the time on the Locked on Spurs podcast. You can also follow Jeff on Threads at Jeff G Ken's 5 SA. You can also follow Jeff on Twitter at Jeff G Spurs Zone. So make sure you go ahead and give Jeff a follow not only on Threads and Twitter, but also on YouTube at youtube.com/@LockedOnSpurs. This is where you're going to be able to find the replay of the Locked on Spurs podcast. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share.
All righty. And I know, Joe, if you don't mind giving our boy Jeff a quick call. I think Jeff's ready to jump on. We're going to talk some Spurs. But listen, movers and shakers, man. Movers and shakers in the NFL. A lot of people are going to be signing this transfer form, this bandwagon form that we got Joe signing. A lot of people are looking to sign that. Any of you listening right now, are you looking to jump teams? Who's your backup team? Who's your little Sancha team? You know what I mean? Who's the team that at 2 a.m., hey, you texting that, hey, big head, you up? Hey, I haven't seen, I see you're doing well on Facebook, Mija. What's up? Who's that team for you? Who's that team? Because you got the Bills over here with Joe. Joe's a Bills guy. Who's your Sancha team? Let us know right now. But let's talk a little bit about Los San Antonio Spurs with our boy Jeff Garcia. We got Jeff on the phone.
Jeff's on the phone.
What's up, fellas?
What's up, brother? How we doing, man? We doing all right?
Yeah, doing all right. Just finished wrapping up a new episode of Lockdown Spurs, so I'll be getting ready for tomorrow.
Ooh, what was the new episode about for Locked On?
Well, it's a good one. So, and why don't we talk about it? I feel it's a good topic right now because the season's winding down. Can you believe it? There's only about 7 home games left. That's it. We're done.
It is crazy how fast this season moved.
I know. Well, so you know how all Spurs fans are swing for the fences, bring in the big mega star name Spurs. You got the cash, you got the picks, you got the players to make something happen. What about taking a different approach? What if the Spurs don't really need to bring in heavy hitters, but bring in really good all-star type players? Not the mega stars, but the all-star type. So the guest and I, we're talking about this idea, and we're trying to learn from history. So when Tim Duncan came, who did they go get? Jerome Kersey, Steve Kerr, Antonio Daniels to pair with him and D-Rob. Then you keep on moving. You bring in Jaren Jackson. You see, if history is a teacher and you have a megastar, and Tim Duncan was in that, then now it's Wemby. What if they just copied that blueprint?
I like it, dude. I like it. Listen, that's a solid blueprint right there. And I think, we were talking about earlier in the show as well, looking at the payroll and the structure. And I mean, Zach Collins next year is going to be the 3rd highest paid player on this squad, brother.
Man.
I mean, you were there yesterday. I was there yesterday. I mean, I saw a lot of missed shots, a lot of missed jumpers, a lot of just really bad moves. But I mean, looking at this team, brother, they're going to have to make moves. Is this going to be the biggest offseason in Spurs history?
Yeah, I think so. They're going to have to do something to make a splash. But here's the thing, Brandon. Are we expecting shockwave earth-shaking moves, though?
Yeah, I mean, we've never seen
that level,
right? We've never seen it ever with the Spurs.
Yeah,
we've never seen earth-shaking news coming out with the Spurs. The most earth-shaking news would be like Richard Jefferson. That's ever happened. But even then, that was that didn't even register on the earthquake scale, right? That was a normal pile up on Marbach. And so I think looking at this team, obviously you hear about Trae Young, you hear about this rookie class that we have coming up is not nearly as good as the rookie class coming up in 2025. So is this a 2025? Are we looking that far? Because I feel like you're missing the opportunity with Victor early on.
Look, if it's up to me, Brandon, I'm saying whatever pick you get, Spurs, in this draft, I'm okay with dealing it and to bring in, power player or players this time. It's like I just feel like the Spurs are that kid in the candy store, and your mom gives you $5.
Yep.
And that's the most money you had. Now you can go spend it on one big candy bar or spread it out with a bunch of different variety of flavors. One of the Spurs to do that approach, or just like parlay it pocket it, excuse me, and say, okay, thank you. We got this pick. Thank you, Mom, for the $5. Let's sit on this. We'll think about this for a while, and then flip it. Come trade deadline next year. So we'll see. It's just interesting, because the Spurs, on paper, Brandon, they have the pieces. On paper, it looks like it worked.
I mean, they didn't even play well yesterday and still only lost by 2 points late, right? I mean, they played very badly. I mean, Devin Vassell was completely MIA for most of the game. Like, did not get on the board till late. Wemby got going in the late third, early fourth. Like, this team's your normal go-to guys were not scoring. This was a Trey Jones game, and Trey Jones is not used to being the first option. And then Jeremy Sohan, every game that I go to, I mean, me and you run to each other all the time at the games. So throughout this is my first season as a season ticket member, dude. In the stands, every single game, I'm seeing more Sohan merch and more Sohan jerseys and more Sohan love. And dude, he's becoming a piece that people in San Antonio are like rallying around.
Enamored with
dude. They love him. I think it's well deserved. The dude is one of the most gritty, fun players to watch. He's not afraid to piss people off as far as other players and get down and dirty. He's all he was on the floor like 10 times yesterday, just falling all over the place. People love that, man. So looking at this, the pieces that I said earlier that must stay to me is Devin Vassell, Wemby, Trey Jones, and Sohan. Trey Jones is the hot topic. Everybody's like, I don't know about that one, whatever. But I think you need the energy, because obviously if he's your starting point guard, you're only going to be able to go so far, I think, just realistically. But I think if you go get a Trey Young, having Trey Jones as a backup point guard might be the best backup point guard in the league.
I'm with you. I said that on a past Lockdown Spurs that Trey Jones should factor in, at least in the interim rebuild.
Sure.
Keep on going with them. Sure, keep them. And look, if they swing and miss and they don't bring in a power point guard player in the offseason, you got Trey Jones. I mean, it's not horrible. It's not horrific. It's not Spurs fans throwing their TV out. Guy had, as you mentioned, 20 plus points last night versus Houston. Steady with the rock and whatnot. But the other thing that I think the Spurs got to keep on looking at in the now, today at 3/13/2024, talking with Brandon Medina right now, is should they start thinking about draft lottery position already? I know it's a weak draft, but still, I mean, the higher a pick, the more value that is.
No, yeah.
And and I get it. There's no big names in this draft pool, but if you're sitting on the 2 or 3 pick, I mean, Brandon, and the teams might pay a premium from that, right?
I think so. We talked about this before. Teams in the NBA and the NFL look at these picks way more coveted than I think they need to sometimes, right? These picks that you look at, in the NFL, we saw Deontay Johnson from the Pittsburgh Steelers get traded for a 7th round pick. Like, that's a prime wide receiver for a 7th. In the NBA, a 1st round pick is its weight in gold. Like, people will give up mainstay players for, pick 9, pick 8, where where we normally don't see any all-stars really going already. You know what I mean? So, I mean, looking at it, I think they should absolutely move from this draft. If you're taking a player, that's fine. I would love to get a forward. I know we had a question here from our buddy Tim Gonzalez on the stream. And he was asking about, in the future, right, 2025, what would you think about a Wemby and Cooper Flag domination duo? Oh my God.
Could you imagine that?
I mean, what something like that in 2025? Let's say you move this pick in 2024, right? Let's say you go get Trey Young. You have all of Atlanta's picks. Just go, hey, we're losing nothing. Here's the picks that you gave us back. You know what I mean? Boom. We lose nothing. You're playing with house money, right? You're playing with house money. Go, here's the picks you gave us in the DeJounte trade. We'll give them to you right on back. Throw over Trey Young. And then how incredible would it be that you basically traded DeJounte Murray for Trey Young all these years later? So I think that'd be great. And then in 2025, you go get Cooper Flag. How insane?
But that'll mean another down tank season, though.
But if you get
okay with that,
yeah, but if you get Trae Young this season, wouldn't you think it's more of a growing pain season? Like, let's see what we have now. Like now,
but does Trae Young get you in that top pick though? I mean, he's gonna win games for you.
Oh no, you're right. But I'm saying you have a lot of other picks to move as well as pieces, right? As well as pieces. So if Keldon's still on this team, right? I don't know. If he's still on this team, what's to say you don't trade Keldon in like a pick or two and go get yourself a Cooper Flag?
You know who Keldon Johnson, as far as a player and a movable piece and not the individual off the court. Okay, so I'll make that very clear, everybody, so don't twist my words. But know who he reminds you of? Could he be Wemby's Alvin Robertson to get moved? Now, remember, when Tim Duncan came in, they moved Alvin Robertson and they brought in Terry Cummings. They brought in, a solid big guy. I mean, Terry Cummings was a solid all-star. What if Keldon Johnson is Wemby's Alvin Robertson to move to bring in that quality veteran player that's not too old, not too young, seasoned, all-star, has some little accolades, has that winning know-how? Because remember, TC came. Well, he come from Milwaukee. Was it Milwaukee? And came in with a little seasoning. So what if Keldon Johnson is that big piece to move this season?
Listen, I think me and Joe talked about it. Joe's in agreement. I think Keldon's probably the piece. Like everybody, the thing is, this isn't new. We've been talking about this for years now, right? Yeah. This is not new. It's always been, do you move Keldon? 2 years ago, I remember jumping on Lockdown with you, and we talked, is Keldon and Devin Vassell, are they still really part of the whole plan? Here we are, fast forward 2 years, and people are like, okay, clearly Vassell's part of the plan. Like, he's the guy.
Yeah.
Keldon is like, you look at the Olympics to now, it's the same player, a little bit more tenacity, but Keldon can definitely be moved. And I think you can go and you can probably go get yourself a very, very good player. Somebody in the chat also throw in Kyle Kuzma, someone like that. What do you think about a player like that?
That's on the list. Although I think another player that I would love to see the Spurs take an interest in is OG Anunoby.
Oh, I like that too.
Yeah, he's a free agent after this season's over for New York. The Spurs, they got the money, they got the cash, they got the picks, they got the players. It feels like they're at the bargaining table and they're like, okay, that's your best offer. We got that covered. Oh, you need 2 first rounds and 3 second rounds? Sure, no problem. All right, we're good.
Yeah.
So the Spurs are in well position to really match any reasonable deal that a player or a team is gonna, want, in exchange for a player.
I mean,
they're sitting pretty.
I was gonna tell you, Jeff. Do you know it's your boy Mike Jimenez's birthday today?
Oh, I know. No, the Lockout Spurs just dropped right now, and it's his birthday episode. So nice. I gave him his time to celebrate his birthday.
Gave him his flowers.
By the way, the final segment is hilarious because it's his segment, and obviously we can't blow out 47 candles. So he gets to blow out 2 candles, and he gets 2 Spurs themed wishes.
That's
so
awesome.
check out what he wished for. And shockingly, not one of them involved Sohan.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Wow, man. Well, listen, we got to check that out with Locked On, man. As always, brother, you are the best in the biz, man. We love having you on.
Thank you.
I appreciate you, brother. We look forward to seeing where the Spurs move, what happens, and we already know that whatever happens with the Spurs, you'll be right there keeping us locked in on Locked On. So thank you so much, man. Have a wonderful rest of your day, brother. I really appreciate you jumping on talking with us for a little bit.
Anytime, guys. Talk to y'all later.
All right, talk
Jeff,
to you later,
thanks,
brother.
Man.
No, yeah, dude, listen, this Spurs team, brother, has pieces, Joe. The only thing is, are they the right pieces, right? Listen, if I brought you a puzzle, brother, right, and I told you, finish this puzzle, you got to know what the picture is first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where we're at. Is this next year be competitive? Is this 2 years be competitive?
Yeah.
What's the picture that we're trying to form?
I don't know, man. That's up to, let's say, Pop, the front office, and Brian Wright. You got to think at some point that they're going to want to go ahead and surround Wemby with some weapons.
Correct.
Because, I mean, the kid is on his rookie contract. You've already went ahead and wasted the rookie season trying to go ahead and kick the tires, see what you got.
Yep.
And I'm not saying it's a waste of a rookie season. They're just wanting to kick the tires on the younger players to see what they have.
Yeah.
Hey, what pieces do we have to maybe solidify here? What do we have to move on from? You needed to go through all that to see what you really have.
Yep.
And I think they found out what they really have in this team.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, you need to get better. You need to surround Wemby, Vassell with some legitimate weapons.
You do. You need a point. You need a true point guard.
Yeah.
And I think you need a power forward,
Yeah.
right? You need a guy that's gonna. Wemby's still getting.
Or you know what?
You know what I mean?
Get a upgraded version of Zach Collins, man, in that draft.
You better upgrade like a
I'm saying, what if you could get another big man that can shoot?
Yeah, I mean,
And
maybe
you pair that with
my
Wemby?
thing is
Man.
realistically, I agree. If you could get one, we have any other comments coming down? I can't see any other comments. But looking at this, looking at just the way this team stacked up, right? How about this, brother? If you can go get a guy that can just play D and also grab rebounds, that's still going to be beneficial to this team, right? What do we
Says
got?
that trade Zach plus the Atlanta picks for Trae Young.
There you go, bro. Who says no? Let's go. Do it,
Yeah.
dude.
I was
like
like, I'm not against it, dude.
I'm not against it. Yeah. Alvin Robinson was an all-star. Keldon is a gold medalist. Are you high, Mr. Garcia? Love the Drew Show, brother. Thanks, man, for tuning in. We appreciate it. If we aren't a playoff team next year, or at least a play-in team, they need to make moves in the front office.
Agreed, man.
I agree with that 100%, brother.
Brian Wright's on the clock, bro.
I agree, man. Hey, listen, I want to get my buddy RC in here. Can we send him a link to join video, or does it just call? What do you prefer?
What do you want him?
I think if he can do video, that'd be perfect. It's fine. So
how do I send it to him though?
You want to just send it to me? Just DM it to me on Twitter.
Oh,
I can DM it to him.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's it called? Looking at this team, I think there's a lot of moves to make. I agree completely that if you're not a play-in team at the least, dog, you got to start making moves. We also got Midtown Texas man chiming in with a super chat. Looks like flowers for Jimenez's birthday. Real quick,
appreciate you, man.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you tuning in. Shout out to our boy Jimenez. Jimenez is definitely going to be back on here. I'm sure he's having a blast with the kiddos. We want to make sure he has that time, brother. But thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to go follow our man with the plan, Mr. Joe Garcia, the best in the business. Go give him a follow on Twitter at 2 Shots Podcast. You can follow me at Big Poppy Brandon M. Again, at 2 Shots Podcast, at Big Poppy Brandon M. We're going to get my buddy in here, RC, who's, listen, we might be looking at a future co-host here is what we're going to be talking about possibly, brother, because me and him, we go way back, and I think he'd be a perfect addition to the fantasy gods. So we're gonna have him jump on. RC is a Texas Tech insider. He's worked with gambling and betting news articles and news sites before. And since I'm on here, right, what am I known for, baby? We known for making bets. So real quick, if you could throw it on the screen for me, I got a bet for all you Prize Picks boys out there. NBA's happening today. Here's the bet that I'm going with. Listen. It is Pi Day for all the dorks, right? It's Pi Day, which is pi is 3.14 something.
Hey, we got another super chat.
Another super chat. What's up?
Tex-Mex Frank.
What's up, brother? What up, brother? He said, "What's up, amigo? Someone wake up, Jerry Jones, so you can make a move." Happy I love it. Before we bring on RC, man, let's make sure we get this going. So James Harden, 3.14 points for Pi Day. You got Wendell Carter over 0.5 assists. Donovan Mitchell over 3.5 assists. $20 to win 40. Easy money right there.
Hey, our boy Jimenez is in the chat.
Is he in the chat? Oh my goodness. 2 guys offended by the Baddies Brackets on Twitter. We need to get into Baddies Brackets here as well. Before we do that, though, let's get in our boy RC real fast, man. Let's talk about some of these moves real quick, if we can let him in there real quick, man.
Yeah, give me a minute.
You're good. Do your thing, brother.
Getting everything fixed.
Do your thing. We'll get RC here in a bit.
Here we go. We're going to go ahead and bring him on now. I'm going to go ahead and change.
All
right, here we go.
RC, what's up, brother?
Nothing much, man. How are you?
I'm doing well. Listen, we got a lot of moves being made. Huh? I mean, the outlook of the NFL is completely changed. your Tennessee Titans are welcoming. Is it King Pollard now? I mean, is this Pond?
Let's not do that, man. Let's not do that. It's too soon. Too soon.
What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Because
I mean, the Derrick Henry thing, I think every reasonable Titans fan knew it was going to happen. It always felt like he'd end up with the Eagles or the Ravens. So I'm happy he has a chance to potentially make a Super Bowl run. But
yeah,
I'm not going to lie to you, man. I am terrified of what the Texans are doing. Like, absolutely terrified. Like, that team, they're so far ahead of schedule. It's amazing what you can do in free agency when you have a rookie quarterback that's proven on a rookie deal, because you could just go out and get one of the best pass rushers for 2 years and give him a deal that has like 98% of the money guaranteed at Danielle Hunter. And now you have Danielle Hunter, Will Anderson, Autry, other guys on that defensive line. That's
you got Joe Mixon on the offensive side of things.
Yeah, it's so scary, man.
Our boy Joe is a diehard Cowboys fan. Used to be. Today on the show, he has signed the release papers to be a Texans fan. He signed the bandwagon form. That's
the only move the Cowboys have made all offseason.
That's the only move was Joe Garcia's move. The only move the Cowboys have made. Talk to me about that, man. You're in the DFW area. What's the vibe looking like right now with the DFW area and the non-excitement of Dallas Cowboys moves?
Yeah, they're down bad right now. I mean, I don't think it helps that Jerry's on a yacht, so that's not great. But yeah, man, it's one of those things where it's like, and this is supposed to be like a jab or anything, but Cowboys fans, hey, they overreact better than anybody, right? And I get it. I'd be frustrated too, in the sense of, why haven't you figured out a solution to Dak Prescott? Like, why haven't you made a move there to free up more cap space? First and foremost, you had plenty of time to do it. And then I think it's disrespectful to radio silence with how silent the Cowboys have been. Like, it's worse than that. Like, I know it was a joke in terms of Joe, the only move that they made this offseason, but it's damn near true. It's kind of crazy. And you think about it, I thought they would be in the market for Derrick Henry in the sense of, you need a running back. Nope, didn't do that. Didn't think they'd sign Saquon. That move was crazy to the Eagles. Always love a terrible Tiki Barber quote. And then, you also had Tony Pollard leave. And I think Tony Pollard is better than he showed last year, especially in pass blocking. I think that's where he really improved. And then the aspect of rushing, I mean, I just don't think he was that good last year battling injuries, but it almost feels like they're going to have to settle for like A.J. Dillon. And it's going to be Rico Daddle and him. And it's just like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing here?
Deuce Vaughn coming out for the Cowboys.
Golly, man. Like
Deuce Vaughn, who looks like a child behind that O-line.
I'm bigger than him. And I'm like 5'8" on a good day.
On a good day, with the right shoes. Shoes.
Those Air Maxes come in clutch.
That's right. Our boy Jesse said, a yacht, you mean the Death Star? Listen, I love it. There's conversations that are happening around the state of Texas about how slow moving the Cowboys are. Obviously, things are looking very bleak for my Vikings as well, brother. I know you haven't taken a shot, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you not commenting on any Justin Jefferson speculation, because I would jump off the bridge here.
You big Kroger supporter?
Listen, dude. Yeah, no kidding. Listen, it sounds like Cincinnati might be a spot for him doing a little LSU campaign with those boys. But looking at this free agency, can you remember a time where this many mainstay players have been moved in a 2-day span?
No, not really, especially from like a name recognition standpoint.
I mean, the RB carousel
that's wild to me. That's the biggest thing so far this offseason is like,
if you were on a yacht, somewhere, or you took a trip and you were, let's say
hypothetically, of course, right?
Hypothetically, Joe, let's say you're on a Carnival cruise, brother. You're drinking in Cozumel, you're hanging out. You're not looking at social media, man. You're zoned out, right? You're plugged out. You're hanging out. If you came to your phone today, you would not know a thing about an offense in the NFL. The entire offensive landscape has changed.
Oh yeah, no doubt. You'd be like away for a minute and then come back and everything's just totally different. Dude.
Except if you're a Cowboys fan, you would go, this shit's the exact same as I left it. This is the exact same thing. Our boy,
Ed said, do you know what the Dallas Cowboys are right now? The HEB at Las Palmas.
the HEB, the ghetto HEB.
You're stuck in time, bro.
Like they're
nothing's changed.
Nothing's stuck in time.
Yeah,
Listen,
nothing's changed.
the wallpaper's still floral and shit. Yeah,
dude.
dude. Mario Cavazos, our boy, said Cowboys are bringing back Ezekiel Elliott for $3 million a year.
Wouldn't surprise me, man.
I'll tell you what, I saw that the Cowboys have, I think, is it $8 million in cap space? RC, something like that, like 8 something.
Yeah,
like
it's just it's. I mean, y'all know you can manipulate the cap space the best way possible. Just kick it down the road. But yeah, I think their number is like 8.2 or something like that.
Wow. I'll tell you what.
That's why they have to do something with Dak. Like, I don't know if y'all listen to good old Rich E, the guy that calls the combine and everything like that.
Right.
He always has this segment of like the 5 hottest rumors he heard at the combine. And one of them was about the Cowboys, and basically what he heard from multiple people was saying like the Cowboys going all in, you know, that all in quote that Jerry Jones had was basically not doing anything on Dak Prescott's contract right now and then letting him walk.
Yeah. I will say
just like, what are you going to get? What are you going to do? Do you want to be beyond mediocre for that long? Like, I don't get it.
You and I have a slight, very slight bias towards Patrick Mahomes, being that we are colleagues, if you will, at some point of Patrick Mahomes.
Same piece of paper behind me and everything, you know.
Fellow students with Patrick Mahomes in college. But looking at it, he's restructured his contract to open up $21.6 million. Why? Because I mean, the question isn't would Dak, it's why would Dak never do this? Like, what is it about him as the player that like I could never see that article and replace Mahomes with Dak Prescott? I just don't see it in him to say, let me take some of mine to get this team where it is.
I think that's the Jerry issue, though. Like, you got to at least give him the chance to do that, right? Because every time so far, it feels like Dak has done the right thing for the Cowboys.
I completely
but
agree.
Also himself, too. I mean, you got to be selfish as a player. I thought
100%.
Saquon said it best about the whole loyalty aspect of things. Like, they don't care about you. Why should you give a damn about them? Like, go get yours kind of deal. Obviously, it's very different at the quarterback position. But, I mean, I just think this is a Jerry Jones thing, like in a Stephen Jones thing, in the sense of there's a reason, like, you haven't done anything in the sense of relevancy. There's always in my group chat, like, the Eagles and Cowboys comparison. Like, in our lifetimes, Brandon, I don't think you should put the Eagles and the Cowboys in the same conversation, in the sense of the Eagles have thoroughly outclassed anything the Cowboys have done since I've been born.
And a massive offseason so far this season.
Yes, they've done phenomenal. And Howie Roseman up there just continues to thoroughly outclass the Cowboys. And the vibe here in DFW is just one of like, almost like, what the hell are we doing here?
Yeah.
Like,
our boy Joe Gonzalez said, didn't he get franchise tag twice? Now he's going to get his money.
No. Like, so they can't franchise him again. Yeah. I know that you can't do that, but his cap hit is $59 million.
Oh my goodness, Joe!
Like, you got to do something.
Joe, you
right?
said
like, you got to do something.
Joe lost hair. Joe lost hair extremely fast when you said that.
You know what I mean? Like, again, you bring up Patrick Mahomes. I think that's a perfect example in the sense of like Patrick Mahomes is just like, I don't care, just like whatever I need to do to win, right? Yeah.
Bro,
and I think Dak is the same way, but also at some point you have to realize, obviously, Patrick Mahomes and Dak Prescott are on 2 different planets, but in terms of talent, but at the same time, it's like, okay, when are you going to stop putting all the blame on Dak in the sense of the roster not being good enough?
Sure.
And put it all on Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones. There's always a scapegoat, and I get it. It's going to be the quarterback. But at some point, you just have to realize, like, your ownership sucks.
Yeah.
Like, it sucks.
It played in simple. And one thing we touched on before we let you go, RC, I want to hear your take on this. Talk to me about the world's most powerful comma in Skip Bayless's tweet of all in, comma, my ass. Talk to me about if your Skip Bayless's social media team, if he has one, if he doesn't, he definitely should get one. But if you were on that team, talk to me about the conversation that you would go through with this tweet here.
Yeah, from a PR perspective, right? First and foremost, before I even talk to him about anything, I'm going in myself, taking a screenshot, editing that comma out, and posting it on my own personal account. Anyway, after that, from a standpoint of trying to make Skip Bayless look good, the impossible, just shut the hell up.
There you go.
It's not hard. It's really not that hard, man. Like, delete Twitter.
Yeah.
Shut the hell up.
I agree.
Nobody listens to you. There's a reason Club Shay Shay is just, the absolute best thing in sports media right now. Yeah. And so it's like, I don't know, man. He's one of those guys where when I saw that yesterday, I was like, damn.
Yeah.
That comma saved a man. I've never seen such a small little thing on my phone save something. And maybe that explains something about Skip Bayless, but a comma, that was the most clutch comma.
That comma
maybe
is
of all time.
Social media Purple Heart Award
RC
winner. I'm telling you, because he got saved.
RC's not familiar with the Marbach area.
Yeah,
so
Marbach in San Antonio is one of the rougher areas of San Antonio. So the Cowboys are looking to sign Marbach nice free agents. Listen, Cat Williams ran
vet minimum, baby. Vet minimum.
497.
497 for Cat Williams.
Yeah,
he might be running back over there.
That shit had me laughing, dude. When I saw that video, they're like, "No, this dude's not gonna do it." He did, man.
Dude, that's incredible. RC, if you have to run
did he actually run under 5 seconds?
Yeah, 4.9.
4.97.
I didn't even see that. I gotta go watch that. That's incredible.
Gotta go check it out. Yeah, definitely. RC's gonna tweet at the Cowboys. Here's your guy. Here we go.
That video was so funny, man, because they show
him up next to CD. Gallup wants out anyway.
Dude. They show Cat lining up, and you're like, "Oh, he's just playing around." No, they're like, "Okay." And
he takes off, dude. Yeah,
he took off.
Good old Cat. Hey, RC, man, we appreciate you, man. Much love over here in San Antonio. We'll be talking soon, man. I would love to have you on more consistently. So let me know whenever you're available. But I appreciate you jumping on with us today, brother.
Absolutely, brother. Best of luck in March Madness. And as always, wreck 'em, baby.
Wreck 'em Tech. We'll see you, brother.
Later,
Thank you, man. He's the best. Hey, listen, dude. So real quick, before we get out of here, man, it's Mike Jimenez's birthday. And there's 3 things that Mike Jimenez likes, Joe, right?
Bad takes,
right? He likes making women feel awkward.
Exactly. He makes shit weird all the time. And he loves Paige Sporonic.
Listen, he loves baddies. All right.
Yeah, he likes
the Nuggets.
Type.
What do you say? The Nuggets.
He likes a certain type.
He likes a certain type. Listen, he is talking about. He hit us up before we went on, and he was like, "Hey," he wasn't like, "Hey guys, make sure to talk about this. You see this move? Hey, try to invite this person on." Here's what the only text that Joe and I got this morning was, "Guys, Shakira, Selena Gomez, Dua Lipa, and Rihanna advanced in the baddie brackets on Twitter."
God.
The baddie brackets on Twitter.
March Badness.
What is going on here? Explain to me what's happening. This is a March Madness bracket style of females.
The baddies.
Of the baddies. The Nuggets, as you guys have said.
Yeah.
Right? Looking at it, I guess these 4 have advanced. Now what's next? Is there going to be a poll of these 4?
Yeah.
Okay, so Shakira, Selena Gomez, Dua Lipa, and Rihanna. Out of those 4, who are you rolling with? Who's Joe Garcia?
Dude.
Shakira?
Gotta vote for my peoples.
Damn, the hips don't lie.
Don't, bro.
I don't know how Dua Lipa's in this lineup with these other 3 women. I mean, I don't know who's.
That's your boy Mike, bro. I don't know.
What?
Make it make sense.
Dua Lipa.
Make it make sense, bro.
She's beautiful, but I'm like,
I don't know,
dog,
man.
She can't handle this. You know, she's too little. She's too little.
That's Mike, bro.
Shakira's probably number 1. I think Rihanna's a close second, though, dog. Rihanna. Early Rihanna, Island Rihanna. Ooh, and Selena Gomez. Stop playing now. That's gonna be a tough. So what happens? Whoever wins from these 2, then is it just them 2 face off?
I believe so. They have another bracket, so they have 2 more brackets going up.
So we have a lot of brackets.
Yeah, they're gonna be going up against each other. I think the ones that advance after this is they're gonna have to go up against people like Salma Hayek.
Allah, whoa. The 1 seed out in the West.
Yeah.
What do we got in the chat? Who's chatting in right now? Salma Hayek might win this whole thing still.
That's what we're saying, dude.
It might be. Cringe pervy Mike Madness.
Exactly, Mr.
Mike
Castro.
Mama. Dude, I'm telling you. It's Selena. I'm telling you, dude. Dude, Selena has to be in there, right? Selena's in there somewhere.
She has to be. Look at this, man. Las Palmas HEB getting a shout out. Wasn't on my Alamo City Sportscast
bingo card. Hell yeah. Shout out to Las Palmas. Hey, shout out to the Lubies by the Las Palmas.
Hey, man, they closed it down.
Damn it,
dude.
They
shut it down.
Why can't we have nice things in this city?
Can't, man. But I heard that they're going to remodel the Las Palmas HEB.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. For what? For what?
What do you mean for what?
For
Gotcha,
what?
vato, gotcha.
For what, dude? For what? Give me the same fucking HEB, dude. Leave it as is. Don't worry about it. He said for what?
Jeez, man.
Gotcha. If you already shut down the Lubies, you've already lost the culture.
Hey man, you still got the dollar store there, the Family Dollar.
Come on now. And then you got dude, I'll tell you where I'm gonna be today. You wanna find me, you put the pause outside those Los Norteños over there.
Man.
Whoo.
You know what, man? Low key though, that one Chinese buffet that's out there on the south side, that hits hard, dude.
Which one?
It's out there, way out there on the south side.
A Chinese buffet? Dog, you trust a Chinese buffet?
Oh yeah, dude. It's badass, dude. It's in that
crab
HEB.
legs or no?
Come on, bro. They have crab legs, you gotta get it. But it's in the same parking lot, I believe. It's like right in that area where the HEB's at. Like one way past like Goliath and all that.
Yeah. Chinese buffet on the south side.
On the south side.
It
Legit,
sounds
dude.
like chorro galore.
No, dude, it's legit, man.
Bro, it's legit.
Legit.
What's
dude.
what's it
good.
called? I'm gonna look up the health
I
score.
don't
right
know,
now.
man. I can tell you where it's at. I don't know what it's called, but I just know where it's at.
I'll tell you what. Have you ever had Gilbert's here on Marbach?
I like Gilbert's. It's
dog,
alright.
with the carne guisada enchiladas.
Yeah.
What do you mean it's all right? What are we doing
alright.
here?
It's
Why?
alright.
You know what? Here's what happens.
I like the little hole in the
When
wall
I
places.
sit in, it is the smallest hole in the wall. And it's
Yeah,
a
that's what I'm
Tejano
saying.
legend. right
I
there.
know.
And then I sit in this chair, and every time I sit in this chair, you're like, how can I piss off Brandon before he gets out of here?
Now, you know what's good, man? Like you get, my cousin showed me this one time because we got all messed up, man.
Yeah.
So me and her we're in the car and we're trying to get some tacos, right? And we're on the south side, Rocky's Tacos house.
Oh, Rocky's Tacos House for
And
real.
she's like, you know what, man? She goes, I'll set you straight. She got like bean and cheese, and they put the carne asada gravy in the bean and cheese. No, but dude, that was a game changer for
Game
me.
game changer. Our boy Rodrigo said Grand Buffet on Military Drive.
I think so, man.
Look at this one though. Look at Joe Gonzalez, dog. Joe actually I think just won won the stream, brother. Go up to Joe right there up top. Joe said Chingao. Is that the name?
Chingao. Oh man.
Duh, I love it, dude. I love it. Rodrigo said, I'm a Southsider. Let me know the best Chinese spot is Kin's on 35 in Zarzamora. You putting me on game. I've never heard of this. Great seafood, David said. Great seafood at a Chinese buffet is two things I never heard before. That's incredible.
Great seafood. Come on, man.
Dog, a Chinese buffet does wonders, but it does a lot of harm to your
But
to
you
your
know, man,
digestive.
the jewel of the Marbach area is gonna be China Rose, hands down.
China
bro.
Rose
That shit slaps, bro.
every single time, boy. Every single time China Rose is gonna
Hey
smack.
man, they take care of you though when you go inside. Like the lady, one time me and Mike went for lunch, right?
Mike was scared.
He was scared, dude. I took him though, right? And I said, I'm gonna
You're
show you,
nervous.
man. I'm gonna show you
He was
what it's all
nervous.
about. And the lady, we go in order, and she's like, "You want egg drop soup?" Mike's like, "Yeah, give us 2 egg drop soups," and blah blah blah. Man, that lady threw it down, dude. She goes, "I take care of you, boys." She came out, man. She gave us like the biggest, humongous bowl of egg drop soup. She put that in front of Mike. Says, "Sustolo, dude." He got scared,
Dude, that China Rose Mongolian beef. Oh my goodness,
good
God.
stuff, man.
Good stuff, brother. Hey, listen, I've had a blast, man, and I appreciate you guys having me on. Happy birthday, Mike, once again. And again, Joe, congrats again on over 100 episodes now. Mike saying
Oh.
Ding Hao or China Rose. Here we go, dude. You see, we try to give him his flowers, and then he does this shit.
Yeah, he's gonna get cooked again. You're gonna get cooked on
Here
your
we go,
birthday.
dude. You're gonna get cooked on you. We try
On
to
your birthday.
we
bro.
try to not let you get cooked on your birthday, and then you go here and put something blasphemous in the chat. Ding Hao or
No,
China
man,
Rose.
I know what this is about here too, man. The
Picnics,
picnics, bro.
Ooh.
A lot of people don't know, but if you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Laredo Taco also be popping over there at some of the little gas spots. Tell you what's the next chat? Did Mike say something else? What did he say?
No, bro. He's gonna get canceled. Talking about Anthony.
Oh, Jay Anthony's. I might be at Jay Anthony's today. Sheesh. How you get cooked?
Shakira is
how you-
better than Salma.
Rodrigo said, "How you getting cooked on the podcast on your day off?" Damn, Mike. How you get fired on your day off?
Can't stay away, dude.
Can't stay away, brother. Hey, listen, for all the toxicos out there, including me, Mike, and Mr. Joe Garcia, thank you for tuning into the Alamo City Sportscast. Again, go follow Joe at 2 Shots Podcast. Go follow Mike at MJ Acquired Taste. Follow me at Big Poppy, Brandon M. The big three, brother. We've been running this thing for a while
In the
now.
beginning, yeah.
Here we go. You know what I mean? The Duncan Ginobili Parker. You're definitely our Duncan, dog. You're the man of the hour. We love showing you the love, brother. But we're excited. Over 100 episodes for the Alamo City Sportscast. Big stuff happening here. A new episode of Generation Duo drops tomorrow. Make sure to look out for that every single Thursday. Generation Duo, my comedy show, my boy Johnny Tejeda, who also got very drunk yesterday at Bentley's Beer Garden with me. So we'll see how good that episode comes out. But that's going to be dropping tomorrow at noon. Every Thursday at noon, a new episode of Generation Duo. More Alamo City Sportscast happening this week. We'll have the Fantasy Gods this summer. We have boxing with our boy Spurs Hernandez coming up and later on another time, hopefully in the near future. Possible UFC conversations happening. More shows to be added, more content. All that because Joe Garcia had a vision for the city, had a vision for this platform, and we've been able to make it a reality, man. So thank you so much for tuning in and joining us. Hope you have fun. Go grab yourself a fucking Big Red and a barbacoa taco and have a great rest of the week, man. Enjoy it with your spring break, with your family, with your kiddos, or just go blackout on a Tuesday like Brandon Medina did at Bentley's Beer Garden. We appreciate you. Take it easy. That's going to be it, San Antonio. Stay classy, people.